Yo, what's up guys, my name is Legend Color and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm gonna count this as my 100 subscriber special since I can't think of anything else. But in this video I'm gonna pick one of these stories of like anything that I find and I'm gonna read the entire thing. Like I'm not gonna read like the whole like series of it, but like one entire full page unless it's completely short. So that's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna do something else, but you know it's not Ddlc related. I will upload that video, but not for my 100 subscriber special. So let's get straight into it. So let's pick one of these. These are the top picks for me. So which one should I do? So there's the Salvation Bunny Kyoko. Out of the club room, Monica X Reader. There's a Yuri crazy fan. There's a Sayori one, another Sayori one, and a Monica one. Since I don't want to do Monica, I'm gonna do one of the Sayori's one. I'm gonna do this one. 7 parts to it. So if these pages aren't very long, I will do the whole 7 part. But if one page alone is very long, right? Okay, so since a lot of you liked my last fanfiction video, I thought, you know what, let's do it again, but let's make it a big, nice one and try to take it a little more seriously. Okay. You can skip each chapter. Each chapter will be 1 paragraph at the minimum. I will try to post one. Okay. It was an average day at the least. Get up, eat, go to school, and not when it happened. In a walk back from school, Sherry stood in front of you, her knees shaking. You were kind of distant with her for the past week, since you had a lot of schoolwork. She looked up at you, trying not to show weakness. Hey, wanna hang out my place for once? You showed a slightly shocked face. You personally didn't really expect it. That was what she would say. That's okay, Sayori. I just have to tell my parents. Sayori's face light up, and she was so excited that she jumped up a little bit. You smirked a bit and continued to walk with her. You two quietly talk about school life and some manga. She said she found a manga that had a really busty woman on it, and she asked you if she could read those kinds. You remained silent. For a while, you texted your parents. When you got to Sayori's house, her parents weren't really at home much, so that's why she spent a lot of time with you. Her room was just like an average teenage girl room. It was very cute and fluffy, and of course, you told her that. She quietly giggled and bounced on the bed. You stood around admiring some of her posters. Come sit down. Right. I was just gonna call my character MC. Come sit down, MC. I have a duck pillow for you. She smiled. Looking at you, you laughed and said, alright, I'm coming. You went over to her bed and sat down. She threw the duck pillow at you, laughing, and silently fell back, giggling too. Sorry bounced up from the bed and went to a closet. What are you getting? Oh, she said, digging through stuff. I brought you over here because I had a present for you. You went quiet. What kind of present? Puzzled. You tried to look at what she had. You see, MC. Alright, let's get to the next chapter. Fuck's sake. I always forget to put my phone. No! Extract the memories. When Shari pulled out a little box from the closet, she gave it to me. Should I open it? Shari quietly nodded and smiled at me. I opened the box, and I saw us. I saw us as children. Shari looked down when I turned the box to her. Well, I just want to remind you of the lasting friendship You're truly the only friend I have. I noticed she started to tear up a bit, and I went beside her and said, It's okay, Siri. I'd never leave you. You are my true best friend. I could never let go of you. I started to tear up a bit myself. Sherry slightly colored into me while still crying. I didn't expect this to happen. I thought she would just pull out of an old board game we used to play. But this was different. I heard her calm down a bit. I gently rubbed her shoulder a bit to calm it down, you know. She sniffled. You've always been talking to other people. It hurts. I feel like with every new friend you made, you slowly forget about me. I looked at her with a shock and confusion. I never knew she would think that way. I always thought she was the fun and loving Siri, not caring about what people said or do at her times. I picked up the carpet. What? I picked up the carpet before saying, I'm really sorry about that. Since my grades were slipping, I needed a tutor. Then that tutor showed me the friends and we get along. I didn't know if you would like them. I looked up back at Siri. She looking down, then back up at me. You know, MC, I always... And then cliffhanger. Well, no cliffhanger because I'm going to the next episode. Oh no! Right, chapter 3, confusion. Or confession, sorry. With a question mark on it. I look back up at Siri. She's looking down, then back up at me. You know, MC, I always... She looked down for a bit. I always thought of you more than a friend. You've been in my life since childhood and you are my everything. She slightly screamed out, while bursting into tears. Hold on to her tightly and she squeezed back. I slowly whispered, It's okay. It's okay. And to be honest with you, sorry, you are my everything too. We sat there for a while just holding each other and gently crying, while still trying to get all of my own through, trying to get through my thought genuine together. Sorry, I don't know what that says. Sorry, so let go of me, and I'm not the spur of the moment I kiss her. It was very quick and simple. I was still in shock from us confessing to each other. Sherry blushed and looked down to her lips. She gazed her fingers across her lips and looked up back at me, while I was a complete mess trying to figure out what I just did to my childhood friend Sherry. My best friend Sherry. My friend Sherry. Oh yeah, lovely day. 3 point of view. Who's 3? I don't know. Once you registered your thoughts, you look up back at Siri. You see her look back at you, having a light tint to her cheeks. And smiling at you, you awkwardly shift around waiting for either you or Siri to speak up. And so right after you said that, Siri opened her mouth. So, I guess we're kinda off like boyfriend and girlfriend, right, MC? He looked back to her and quietly said, well, shouldn't we going off first date? In some anime I watch, they usually do first. You said, gaining some more confidence in your voice. Sherry slightly smiled and got up. She held out her hand and waved around for you. You tentatively grabbed her hand and she quickly pulled me up to my feet. Sherry giggled a bit and tied her hand on yours. Come on, let's go to the park. Let's go. Sherry beamed with excitement, while jumping up and down with your hand. You shook up and down while trying to calm her down. When she gets a hold of herself, she drags you out of the house into the sidewalk. You tried all of your might, but she was highly stronger than you. You didn't really go to work out often. She eventually stopped dragging you, so you two could walk beside each other. Sherry was practically jumping up and down with excitement. You lightly chuckled on how she was acting during the past few weeks. She was pretty gloomy and sad. Seeing her like this warmed your heart, since you had childhood, since you always liked her since childhood. Time skipping point right, serious point of view. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I thought smiling to myself. You're actually going on a date with MC. Be cool, Siri. Don't want him to think I'm a total weirdo. After a few minutes of walking, I suddenly felt a warmth next to my hand. I was about to quickly look down to see what the heck it was. But then I realized what it was. It was MC's hand. I turned into a red stop sign very quickly. I noticed that at the same too, and then thought I wasn't holding back, so I squeezed my hand into MC's. They jumped and blushed more. I giggled and swayed both of arms back and forth. Once we got to the park, we found a spot under a tree and sat down. I rested my head on MC's shoulders. I then fiddled with the hands. I got close to them and started to drift away until MC said something. You know, I've been waiting for this. Waiting this for some time. I remember when I first confessed to you and you said, let's wait until we all grow up. Then we can spend like a whole bunch of time together. They leaned in closer to me. They leaned in close to me. I was nervous for a second, but brushed it off. I yawned and said, I've always wanted this too, MC. Then I slowly go away to a deep sleep where I dream about us together, me and MC. Whew, next part. Hope this is fine for you guys. Oh, is this the last one? Oh, there we go. Wow, is that CRE? Yeah. Oh, this is the last chapter, okay. We were walking home after the time cuddling and talking about life in the park. We were just talking still when I felt low weird aura around me. I really couldn't place my finger on it. I brushed it off as a nervous feeling and got normal again. When we got to my house, I went into the living room and noticed Siori's fidgeting with her thumbs. I decided to call her out on it. Hey Siori, you okay? I'm right here if you need to talk, you know. I spoke very calm and quiet just in case she wanted to talk. Well, I was wondering if we could go in your bedroom for a while. I gulped a bit when she said that. Sure. I tried not to stumble as much as I did. She led me to my bedroom and she flipped down to my bed. She patted the spot next to her in which I went over and sat. I noticed her breathing for really loud, to the point where she was panting like a dog. MC, when I do this, please don't get mad at me, she slightly yelled. Wait, what? Sherry crashed her lips into mine, cutting me off from the rest of my sentence. I started to form a strawberry blush to my cheeks as I melted into the kiss. Sherry noticed this and kissed harder whilst creeping her hand around my thigh. She bit very softly at my lip, for entry which I gave her permission. We didn't have to fight to the death for dominance, since I was flustered and a panting mess. Nice going, MC. Anyways, I felt her swirling around my inner mouth. It's probably like, okay, it's getting a little bit weird. I was taking quick breaths before so I had to let go for air. While doing this, Shiori quickly and swiftly pinned me down onto my bed. Oh God. I mumbled, Shiori. She smirked softly, still looking innocent even from the angle. I gulped. I knew she would go all the way, but what if she... No, I can't think right now. Look at the situation I'm in. Shiori snacks under my shirt and massaged my... I didn't want it to get too weird, but it's gotten weird. Oh, which more? I quietly groaned at the sudden contract and slightly squirmed. She giggled at the sight of me and she started to kiss my neck. I just got adjusted to it when she started around my neck, looking at my sweet spot. She almost missed it, which I would have liked because she was sucking on the phone. I let her always. That's all more. Archie went back a little. She smiled a bit when she heard a whimper from me and sorry. When I heard her slowly get up to do something else, I took the chance to pounce on her. I put my knee against her lower area and and a slight moan from her. I take off his shirt going around her stomach with her hickey so no one could see them. Oh, if I had my shirt up, you have to too. Sherry practically said. She blushed a bit. Ma, we were actually gonna go all the way. Oh, God, alright, this is the last part. Sherry and MC both but it says painted heavily after releasing to each other. Sherry looks over to MC and quietly smiled and said, I love you, MC. MC looked back over to her, and I love you too, Sherry. Sherry went over to MC a bit and grabbed onto the waist, pulling them closer into a sad hug. MC held onto Sherry's hands that slowly drifting to sleep, until one of them living their life together, side by side. God. Right, so that was the MC and Shiori story. And you know what? Just to make this a bit more special, how long's this video been going on for? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna hopefully try to keep it under an hour, but let's try do a Natsuki, Monica, and Yuri one as well, because I don't want to do just Shiori, because you know what if one of you guys like Natsuki more or Yuri more or Monica more, you know, so yeah. No. Right, so there was a Monica one here, yeah, there's a... But it says Natsuki. But it says Monica X Reno on the code, so you never know. Right, let's do this one then next. This one looks kind of interesting. Alonso isn't too long. Oh, wait, this is easy. Okay. Let's start with the basics. YM your name. Alright, so that's what YM means. Do you guys actually want me to use my name? Or should I'll just keep saying MC because I don't want it to be weird. The MC is just the MC from Ddlc. Your story will mostly be in your point of view, unless something else says, like for X, Monica's point of view. Okay, which means this is Monica's point of view. The hell, you probably already know this. You weren't reading fanfiction since yesterday. I kind of have. I haven't read fanfiction since the last fanfiction video, which was my first time reading fanfiction. Oh, may contain disturbing elements. Fuck. Fuck. Well, if it gets too weird, I will try to control the situation. Right, it isn't. Oh, it isn't too long, I guess. All right, so I get home from a very boring day and from boring scare school, ran to my room and locked myself in once again. I turned on the PC and started up Steam. I hovered the mouse to the game and started it once again. That game, the one I'm highly addicted to. It is an FPS or MMORPG. Heck, not even a casual single player game. It was a visual novel. How expected. Ddlc Literature Club. You may be saying, oh wow, some romantic light novel, right? What kind of a weeb shit is this? Well, I'll have you know, there's something strange to this game, which you probably find out if you play it for yourself. Not sponsored, just Lizzie. Alright, fair enough. The game starts with corrupted logo of Teen South Wales. The screen turns black as it slowly turns into a different scene. It's now showing a girl with brown hair, which has tied into a ponytail with a white ribbon, her emerald eyes staring deeply at me as she smiled and rested her head on her two hands. Hello, MC. It's good to see you back again. A text box appeared in the bottom of the screen. It's great to see you again, Monica, I answered. I looked around, even though there wasn't much to see. It was just my empty classroom with only two chairs, which were occupied, and a table between us. There was a window, but it was an infinite abyss of nothing. What do you want to do today? She asked. Oh, let's just chat. I typed into the space that suddenly appeared in the screen. A few days after completing the game, I learned that Monica was more than just an AI programmed for a game. She told me too, but still she was limited to whatever the programmers gave her, so I changed that. I made an effort and modded the game to give Monica freedom, and she can say and do anything she wants in the game. And I made it possible to interact with her as well. Sure, there was a mod similar to this, but the new dialogues were just more and more scripted ones they gave to her. Hey MC, it's great that you made me able to say anything. And I don't want to ask much, but what is it? Oh, I don't want to ask, what is it? I asked her. Do you think that I could have a voice and I could hear yours? Huh? Whoa, she really does have a mind of her own now. But how do I get her a voice? I guess add a microphone function so she could hear mine, but giving her would be entirely different. But it's alright. If you can't, I mean, coding is so hard. Not so hard. I even had trouble going into the files and, she still hasn't gotten over deleting the others. I mean, she did just kind of make them kill themselves, and there's no way I could reset the game. That would mean I would have to delete her. Hello, MC, are you still there? Oh yeah, I am. Just figuring out how to give you a voice, that's all. Oh, is that so? She smiled. Well, I have to close the game, and trust me, when I open it back up, you will have a voice. Okay, I'll be looking forward for that. See you later, Monica. Bye, MC. Love you. Oh, okay.
Cool, let's get it, man.
Alright, I'm only going to read 3 parts to this, so this part and then the next part, because this is a long one. Okay, how do I make this work? I'll start with a way for her to hear my voice. I'll program it in a little something which game creators usually use when they play voice chatting game. After successfully getting it on the game, I did some twitching, like what key activities the mic and small signal starting. It's working. Now for the second part, which is harder. How do I get a voice for Monica? I'll have to use something similar, so let's say Siri, where it reads in a human voice. I guess to making it fit, I'll use Dylan Ashcraft's voice. He was Monica's voice actor on Your Reality. I transferred all these on new files to the game. Can't wait to see Monica's reaction. File successfully moved. Great. I closed the folder and opened the game. I felt a whiff of anxiety as I was greeted by the same desired logo. Oh god, I didn't even test it yet. I barely know what I'm doing. What if this messes up the game? I might have to go around the game files and delete whatever I made in. Or worse. The logo faded out and I came to Monica in the usual scene. Hey MC, you're back, she said, followed by a soft female voice. It worked! Soon after, Monica also noticed making her happy sprite change to a very happy expression. MC, it worked! I'm so glad! I quickly typed in. I'm glad too. You have a really nice voice. Oh, thank you. She seemed a bit disappointed. What's wrong? I asked. Oh well, did you know how to voice for yourself? Oh, stop! I completely forgot about that. I turned on the mic and pressed the key on the keyboard. Whichever you want. A speaker sign appeared on the corner of the screen, signaling that it was functioning. I spoke into the mic with a nervous tone. Hey, Monica. Oh crap! What if she thinks I sound stupid? I did stutter a bit. Oh god, she said she's not said anything. I let my mind get the best of me. And I'm thinking of all the negative possibilities at first when I hear her chuckle. You sound really sweet. So this is what you sound like, MC? She smiled. Phew, I was worried for nothing. Now that we could just speak, we ended up talking even more. Now, Monica does not get bored being on standby for hours, so I learned that she got into Steam and played some games without me knowing. I placed the game on the keyboard, but I could still talk and hear her. I checked out my library in Steam, and yep, it does have more games than usual. Where? How did you pay for these? I asked a bit rudely. I didn't. This isn't an official release. I just copied the files without transferring them to your computer and made a whole new app from it. I guess it's like pirating with a few extra steps, she giggled. Well, I swear she might get me into trouble someday. As time passed by, we were snuck into talking about literally anything when someone knocked on my door. MC, get to bed. You have school tomorrow, my mum shouted. Alright. I was a bit sad that I had to part with Monica, but we'll do this again tomorrow. I said goodbye to her and she was a bit sad. I guess she does have 15 or more hours before we see each other, so I dragged the browser into Monica's folder. That would work, right? I closed the game and powered off the PC. I went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth. There I saw my little sister. Crap, what can I call? Let's just call the little sister, fuck. I want to think of a good name. Lily. Let's just call her Lily. I saw my little sister Lily talking to Mom. Hey MC, who are you talking to back there? My mom asked. Was it your girlfriend? The sudden question caught me off guard and I blushed a little. Oh please, Mom. Oh please, Mom. Bro here is antisocial to get a girlfriend. He was probably talking to himself while looking at pictures of his waifu, Lily said with a smug face. Oh, shut up. At least I don't have a tape and faces of some British guys on my pillow, I talked back. Hey, at least Dan and Phil are real people, we glared at each other. Alright, cut it out, you two. Just go to bed or you'll be late tomorrow, my mum said. Ran back into my room and got to bed. Though Monica filled my mind the whole night. Right, if this one isn't too long, I'll read this. Oh, it's so long. You know what? I'll save it for another video. Right, that way you can't be mad at me. Let me get off. I'll add it to my library. See. Right, let's get to a Yuri one. Depressed but beautiful. Ddlc Yuri X Natsuki. Damn, I don't want both. I want one. What's this one? It's just the whole club. Alright, let's try. Jeez, well then. I'll have to search then. Alright guys, I'm going to read this one that has a short amount of parts. It's ongoing still, but I'm going to try, be cool with it. It only has 5 parts, and these aren't too long, so yeah. If I do end up reading the whole thing, you want me to read one of it, just let me know in the comments. I was standing around at the school waiting for Natsuki to arrive. I checked my watch. She could be here by now, I mumbled. I heard a familiar, cute but annoying voice coming from the distance. I tampered Natsuki's voice. I'm not going to do it too squeaky this time. Hey, dummy! I rolled my eyes in annoyance and amusement. Natsuki's pale, small foot caught me on a pebble, making a chirp. Ow! She squeaked, holding her bleeding leg. Are you okay? I mean, you should be more careful. Come see. I stuttered. Well, aren't you going to help me up? Well, I'm sorry. Well, aren't you going to help me up? Natsuki spat, flapping her tiny arms. I laughed a little bit. How can you take anyone that small and fragile seriously? Without argument, I pulled her up. I'll take you to the nurse's offices, I said. I can do that myself, she whined. Jeez, I was only trying to help. Natsuki squeaked and limped into the school. I wrapped my arm around her back. She sat up, clearly surprised I was relaxed after a few seconds. I was looking at her the whole time, and her eyes were as far away from mine as possible, and I could clearly see her face turn red. Natsuki's point of view. Why can't I express my feelings properly? Every time I try to say something to MC, it comes out all bitter. And I don't hate him at all. I really think he's cool, actually. I see him in the corner of my eye that he's looking at me. But I don't know if I should look back. Does he like me? Probably not. I mean, he probably likes Yuri or Monica. I'm too annoying. We finally get into school. MC smiles at me and we catch glances for a second. I turn my glance away. We stopped outside the nurse's office. We don't have any classes together today. I don't think so. See you at the literature club. I'll see you at the literature club, MC says softly. Okay. I mumble, looking back at the floor and chewing my blazer sleeve. Chewing your blazer sleeve? Damn. You are hungry? Alright. Fucking Monica. Alright. Part 2. Oh, this is so much longer. Alright, let's give it a read. My point of view. Ring, ring. The school bell shrieked. Talk about being saved by the bell, he thought. Dismissed, the science teacher yelled. I went back to the computer. Was she playing Ddlc XDDD? I grabbed my bag and exited the classroom, hurrying down at the corridor to the clubroom. I opened the door. Monica was writing a poem. She looked up from the writing. Oh, hello again, MC, Monica welcomed cheerfully. I could see Natsuki at the back looking kind of jealous. Yeah, MC, there are a lot of things that need to be done today, so could you talk to some of the other girls and maybe help them out? Monica said. I nodded happily. You could help with baking, I guess, Natsuki blurted. Oh, with banana making, Yuri suggests. I think I would help Natsuki bake the cupcakes. I mean, it does sound the hardest. I say the thought of baking when Natsuki makes me blush. Okay, that's fine. I can. Wait. So, okay, that's fine. I can do it with Monica, Yuri says gently. I fish in my bag for the Vanya Parfait girls. If you don't know that, yeah, right. The Natsuki let me borrow yesterday. I checked for creases quickly so she doesn't get mad at me, and I ran into the kitchen. Did you bring my? I handed them manga. Thanks, Natsuki. Thanks. God, Natsuki smiles, putting it in her bag. Natsuki pulls out a bunch of cupcakes and ingredients out of her bag. We are gonna make cat cupcakes, she explained, blushing. That sounds cool, I reply, smiling. She climbs onto the counter and opens the top cupboard. She pulls out a baking scale, beater, 2 spoons, and a fork. You know, I could have just got that for you instead of you climbing on the counter. Natsuki ignores me. She opens her recipe book to page 4. Cat cupcakes. We need 125 grams of flour. Can you weigh it and put it into a bowl while I set up the beater? She asks. Sure, I reply as I grab the bag of self-raising flour and I pour it into the bowl in the baking scale. Just right. I say as the scale Just right. As I say as the scale reaches 125 grams. I pour it carefully into the mixing bowl. Okay, I set up the beater, Natsuki said, coming over to help the butter and add the eggs. Okay, so now we need 125 grams of butter, she says. Okay, how about this much? I say, pointing the knife at the butter. Yes, that would be fine, but weigh it just in case, she replies. I cut the butter and place it into the scale, 125 grams. I scooped the butter and put it into the bowl. Skipping time. I grabbed the oven mitts and placed the bright pink cupcake mixture into the oven. Yeah, right. Thanks for helping. I appreciate it. Natsuki thanks, blushing slightly. No problem. It was fun, I answered. Natsuki looking down at her shoes and chews her blazer sleeve again. I creep up to the flour and grab a handful of the bag. Surprise! I yell and throw the flour all over Natsuki's uniform. Kuno means you and yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what it means. I know what Japanese means. So you're gonna play it that way, huh? She challenges, throwing a lump of flour at me. Bring it on. Bring it on. She challenges again. There was a long series of laughing and flour throwing. I grab another ball of flour and attempt to throw it, and I end up stumbling on a pile of science books that I left on the ground. I fell on face on top of Natsuki. Ah! I shout. Hey, you're squishing me! Natsuki yelled, extremely flushed. Suddenly, a door was swung open. Hey guys, how's the cookie? Monica stopped mid-sentence. Natsuki flushed even more. Ah! Get off me! Am I interrupting? Monica laughed, clearly amused. So what happened? Did a pump go off or something? We had a flower fight, I replied. Shut up, dummy! Natsuki yelled. You are quite close for friends, Monica said. Ah, Monica, stop. You look like a tomato. I teased. Ah, shut up. Wait, what's this? I don't know why people like Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica are the best girls, no question. No, they're not. Right, this one's way too long, so I'll add it to my library in case you guys want me to continue it. Right, last but not least, we have Yuri. This one has 8 parts, and it's kind of short, so we'll do it for now. It's morning, and your first day at school starts now, and you got everything you need. Your mom starts to get tears in her eyes when she looked at you in your I guess that means school uniform. In your school uniform. Oh, does that mean, yeah, I'm just gonna call my school name high school. Or just school. Let's just call it school uniform. She couldn't believe it. Her boy getting to his first day in school. High school. Oh yeah, crap, I am gonna need a school name. Right, let me think. Let's just call it Dorky Dorky. That's just it, just Dorky Dorky. A boy going to his first day in the Ddlc high school. Your dad couldn't believe it either, as his smile brightens every time he thinks about it. Your mum starts to say, MC, have a great day at school. No, the best day. No, the best day, you replied. I will. Oh, crap. No, the best day, he replied. I will. Your father was speechless as he smiled at you when you walked out the door with your bag on your arm. Getting on the bus, you see your two friends, Cameron and Marshall Lee. Marshall called out to you. MC, over here. Cameron started to wave with a beaming smile on his face. You started to laugh. You went over there with something stopped. You went over there, but something stopped you, and looked over it and saw a girl with purple blonde hair. You sat next to her, Cameron and Marshall giving shocked looks at each other. You said to that girl, Hi, I'm MC. Nice to meet you. What's your name? The girl replied. I'm Yuri, she said with a smile. You think to yourself, wow, she's nice. You started to talk to Yuri some more, and she seems to be okay with it. So Yuri, do you like to read? Yuri looked up you like she was crazy. What? I love books. Love books. I like horror books even more. Do you like horror books, MC? You replied, Yes, I like horror books. Horror books. Oh, I like the horror book name. Let me think of a book name. Call it Murder. I like the horror book Murder. She looked surprised as she asked, The one that has the movie version coming out soon? Yes, you were literally stalked. She read the book before. She's amazing. She started to look at you and asked, Do you want to join the club? You asked, What club? She replied, The Ddlc Literature Club. You nod in excitement. Yuri then asks, Do you want to be friends? You definitely nod for that. That was going to be the good friendship with your new friend.
Yuri.
Right. Okay. Right, this is going to be the very last one, and then I'm going to add it to my library. If you do want me to continue any of these stories, just let me know in the comments, and I will. I actually will continue in this time, because I know I said, I might continue the other ones. I don't know if I even add them to my library. So I promise I will read, these ones, so yeah. Finally, it was time for the club to start. You're with Yuri, Natsuki, Monika, and Sayori. When you get to the club room, the first thing you see is a stack of books in the middle of the room, on one of the desks. Then, you looked at all the posters on the walls. Monika explained that each poster represents the girl's favorite game. Monika likes Pac-Man, for her mind it's skilled. It's not that hard. You can already tell that Yandere Simulator is Yuri's favorite game because of killing and senpai. Natsuki loves to cook and play cooking. She loves to cook and she plays Cooking Mama. Sayori loves The Sims 4 because she likes to try new things. Out of all those games, Sims 4 is my probably favorite game out of all of them as well. Monika said Sayori used to play Minecraft, but it was too risky and she hated the Enderman. Minecraft is awesome. Anyways, you see cupcakes on the table and asked who made them. Natsuki pointed out, I made them. Yuri and the others showed a smirk to Natsuki while you observed the room a bit more. You yelled, Look, there's coffee. I love coffee. Yuri was the first to run over to you and said, Me too. Monika smiled but said, Sorry to rain on your parade, but the club has started. First assignment, you have fun for 20 minutes. Then you'll have the homework. Sorry, but we have a little time in this room sometimes. Enjoy what you still can and have much time. 20 minutes. Well, it's fine. You look at Yuri in surprise, because 20 minutes isn't long. You look past Yuri and see black hair with black eyes. You see Marshall. You say, Marshall? Marshall came in and laughed so hard he irritated Natsuki. Natsuki complained. Marshall Lee, you shouldn't be here. Marshall just stared at her. Oh wait, Natsuki said that? Oh wait, oh. Marshall just stared at her with a gleam in his eyes and added, MC told me that Monica... Wait. Yeah, MC told Monica that I wanted to be here, so she added me. Crazy, isn't it? Monica replied, well, you're right on time. It's time for homework, you and Marshall mourned. Because who wants to do homework? Monica explained. Don't worry, this one is fun. You have to write a poem about yourself. Marshall asked, how many paragraphs? Yuri looked forward in answering her, but Natsuki answered, just 3. For people who missed a role to play gets 4. Natsuki glared at you with all an evil smile. Shori finally said, actually, me and Monica thought that it would be fair that we accept 1 paragraph. Damn. Yuri and Marshall shared smiles at each other. After the club, everyone left. Yuri asked you if you could walk home with her, walk her home. You nodded excitedly, and you both held hands and went home. Damn, I actually kind of like this one. Oh my god. Yeah, I actually kind of like this one. So let's add it to my library. Yes. If you guys want me to read any more of these, let me know in the comments. I'm going to end this video here. This will do for the 100 subscribers special. Something that it's nothing too fun. But, you know, I was trying to think of things. I was watching videos, but they only did, like, videos for, like, 1,000 subscriber specials. 10,000 and 100,000. And most of them were like, oh, you can always do a face reveal. Like, I don't want to do a face reveal at 100 subscribers. I'll do a face reveal at 1 million, which will never happen, so you never see my face. Anyways, you know, so yeah. But if you guys want me to do any more of these, you want me to carry on with the Yuri one, this one, which is actually kind of my favorite right now. If you want to continue with the Monica or Natsuki or Shiori one, actually, did I finish the Shiori one? I'm not sure, but if you want me to continue with any of them, just let me know in the comments. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. Sorry that the 100 subscriber special was nothing too exciting, but I tried my best. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like. Comment down below when we see you next. Subscribe if brand new here, some brand new videos. And click the bell icon near the subscribe button to get a notification every time we do a video or a live stream. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, you flipping legends.